Good morning. This section of the video will cover from the TVA Virginia border around mile 466 to Parisburg around mile 634. In this section you're going to see a few pictures of some people called the Purple People. They are a traveling duo, a couple who are musicians, and they are all dressed in purple of clothes that they made themselves. And they're playing a little plastic ukulele and a child's xylophone, but really they play keyboards, guitar, and percussion, but this is all they could carry on the hike. But they're traveling, they're through hiking, and everyone knows them as the Purple People, and they're a lot of fun. And I had a chance to meet them, so you'll see a photo or two of them. I'm in the little town of Damascus, Virginia, where I've stayed for 2 nights so that I could get a resupply and take a little rest, and it joins up with something called the Virginia Creeper Trail, which is a bike trail. And it's there's places where it runs parallel to the AT and places where it joins up. Right now I'm going over to the library to get on the computer for a little bit and see spring is coming out. The trees are putting out leaves. There's a lot of trees in bloom here. This is a lovely little town. Well, I hiked up out of the little town of Damascus, Virginia today, where I zeroed yesterday. I got a late start, and so I didn't quite get all the way to the shelter, which is up there a ways yet. But I found a cute little campsite right here off the trail, which is great because it's been very steep coming up here. But I'm tucked in there for the night because we got some pretty strong looking rain clouds hanging right over. It's all really muggy and it feels like it's going to rain. The forecast says after 8, and right now it's about after 6. Well, it's about 10:30 in the morning and I really need water. I'm running pretty low. So I come to this pond, which was marked in the guidebook, but it's looking kind of muck. And even though my water filter should do okay, I'm just not feeling real good. So I walked around the pond where the trail goes. Here's some more of it over here. Yuck. And then I look and I see what every hiker wants to see. Yeah! Okay, so let's talk a little bit about water. Almost everyone out here on the trail uses these smart water bottles as their water source. And I think there's 2 main reasons. One is that they have electrolytes in them. But the other thing is magically the top, the spiral top, exactly fits the Sawyer water filters, which is what so many people use. This is a Sawyer Mini. It costs about 20 bucks. Even Walmart sells them. They weigh nothing. Probably a little bit more popular on the trail from what I've seen so far is the Sawyer Squeeze, which is a little bit bigger, but I think the water flow is a little bit faster. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the way it works. I just filled up this smart water bottle of dirty water. This is my clean water. You can see it's tinted purple because I had poured some electrolytes in there this morning. And this is basically the way it works. I screwed this on the dirty water bottle. And key to this, by the way, is knowing which one is your dirty bottle and which one's your clean. My clean has the electrolytes, but a lot of people actually write the word dirty on with a marker or on a piece of tape on their dirty water bottle so they don't get them mixed up. And then I basically do this. And I'm giving it some pressure up here. And you can see how quickly it flows. It's not bad. Doesn't take too long. And then I also, while I'm doing that, I'm going to flip over here on the other side of my body. I also brought a Nalgene bottle with me. Most people do not do this these days. It's the water bottle of 20 years ago. But I brought it because I wanted to be able to fill it up with boiling hot water at night, put in my sleeping bag to keep me warm, and I have greatly needed this on about 3 or 4 nights out here. It's still warm in the morning. I can wake up without freezing water. There have been many people out here who have woken up so far with frozen water bottles. And it's ready to drink in the morning, or you know, whatever I need it for in the morning. I am not carrying all of this water now. I'm gonna have 2 smart water bottles with me leaving this spot, and this will be empty. So I carry it empty during the day. It can fill up with water if I need along the way, but it's too much water to carry this and this and this. All right, so the flow is getting a little low, so what I'm going to do is invert my dirty bottle and get a little bit more air into there so there's more pressure, and then finish doing this. I'm going to turn this off while I'm doing it. Okay, here the trail actually goes into this cave. Going on in. I gotta use my sticks though, so I gotta turn this off. This is called Fat Man's Squeeze. The trail's taking us through a cave. Whoa. And out. That is snow going across the screen. Sorry, you guys.
You know, every time I've seen these guys before, they look like this.
So we're just coming into the little town of Atkins. We still have a couple miles to go, but there's a sign saying there's a resupply up here at this little one-room schoolhouse. It's called the Lindamood School, and it's full of resupply stuff. Apparently, I'm going to go take a look. Well, we just went off trail by a little bit to a place called the Quarterway Inn because the Purple people are going to play here. We just saw them down the trail a little bit. I think I showed them in an earlier video. And they're promoting their album coming out later this month. She plays a ukulele, he plays a little kid xylophone. Anyway, this is the entrance to Quarterway Inn, and I thought this was cute. Had to take a picture of it. All right, I'm getting ready to leave Bland, Virginia, and hike about 3 to 4 days, probably 3 days to Parisburg. I'll flip it around here so you can see where I'm starting from. Here's the trailhead right here, kind of a strange little start on that hump there. I just came down this ridiculous steep thing And now I get to climb over this and look what someone wrote. And this is our white blaze right there. And I've got to go across this highway bridge and pick up the trail over there. Yeehaw! Wow, this is the trail. It's a mud pit. You're usually supposed to not try to widen the trail at all and stay right on it to prevent erosion and impact, but this looks like this was a total washout and people had no choice but to lay down some logs to even be able to get across this. And I guess I'm gonna pick my way across the logs myself. I don't care if my shoes get muddy, but this looks like I could sink up to my knees. I haven't really filmed many of the shelter areas where I've stayed because I don't normally stay inside the shelters, but I set my tent out somewhere near the shelter or even at campsites between shelters. But it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm the first one to arrive at this one. I already know a couple other hikers who are coming here tonight, and I also passed a group of about 7 people a while back that I think are also going to be here. So, but a little bit rare for some of the shelter areas. This one has room for lots and lots of tents. There's level sites all over the place, and whoever wants to come here tonight is going to find an easy place to set up their tent. Also a little unusual. Let's see if I can show you there you can see I've already staked out the tent site I want for tonight. Not too close to the shelter, not too far away, and no dead trees hanging overhead. But there's the privy, and it's one of the few privies that actually has a door on the front that closes. Hallelujah.